guys, what's up? I'm out here in the greenhouse getting ready to do some more seed starting. The weather is going to be really good this week, so I really need to get things started. I'm way behind, I feel, on a lot of things, but we've ran into some challenges with out here that we weren't really anticipating. This greenhouse is not holding heat like we were hoping it would. So we have some bubble wrap that we're going to be getting, and then we're going to be insulating the greenhouse with that. But it's on back order. Go figure. Okay, everything else is on back order. So they had, last time my husband Sean had called, they had one roll on Friday and they were waiting for the other 2 rolls before they would ship everything. So we are not sure when that's going to be here, and as it's looking, we actually might be past this point where we need that before it gets here. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, I need to get seeds started. I mean, I just do, or I'm not going to be ready to go for, for selling them or for, starting them in my own garden. So today I'm actually hoping to finish up doing the brassicas. I've got leafy greens and things like that that are going, and they're growing well. Some kales, arugula, some lettuces, some cabbage, some like Napa cabbage, Chinese cabbage, things like that. So those are growing, and I've already started some more like brassicas of broccoli and cauliflower and kohlrabi, some Brussels sprouts, that sort of thing. But I really need to hit that hard today and in this week and get things started. So I'm going to be working on that today. My husband wants to take the kids out later for a field trip, and just for a fun family outing type. I think I'll take my camera along and videotape some of that. Have some fun there. So anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about seed starting, like the mixes and the dirts that you would use for that. I know in our researching, it seemed like everybody we watched who did seed starting, and they talked about the mixes that they started their seeds in, everybody was doing it differently. So I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. But it's one of those things that you're just going to have to find out what works for you. But I want to talk to you about maybe some different things, and maybe explain things to you so you understand like what the differences are in some of the mixes, so that if you do want to start your own seeds, it won't be as intimidating. So that's what I want to talk to you today about, what we're doing, and it's not really that major. We're still trying to figure out exactly what's going to work for us, but this is what we're using for this year. The first thing that we're using is this. This is a potting mix. Okay, the difference with potting mix versus like a starting mix is this stuff is not going to have, or it tends to have a lot of like sticks. This is one that I pulled out this morning. There's some more. I just pull these out. Some people will have like a filtering system with like a box with a mesh covering on it, and then they just sift through their dirt and they take all the big stuff out, and then what's left is just the softer, more fluffy stuff. But I don't have anything like that, so I'm not doing that. And it's working out just fine. Like I said, if I see something that's really big, I'll pull those sticks and little chunks out. So that's not really a big deal to me. So that's what we're doing. Plus, potting mix is cheaper. So, you have to, weigh that into the cost. Potting mix is cheaper. Now, we are adding a bag of this Jiffy Mix starting mix, and this has, let's see if there's any ingredients in this one. It doesn't really have like the ingredients of what's in here, I don't think. I'm not seeing it. But this was going to have more of the stuff that's going to help hold the moisture in the soil, like the vermiculite or the perlite, things like that. And this is definitely a little more composted down. It's more fluffy. There's not the chunks in it. So, and this is a little bit more, this is a little more expensive. I think for the green bag, it's like, I think it was like $4 or $5, and there's a lot more in it. It's got, it has 1 cubic foot. Sorry, I have a bug. And on this one, it has 12 dry quarts. So we've been kind of mixing them both in to kind of stretch the seed starting mix. And so we still have that. Another thing that we've been putting in is we got some of this. This is worm casting. Maybe someday we'll be able to make our own worm castings, but for right now we're having to buy it. It'd be kind of cool to have some of our own worms. So we're using that. I'm putting about half a bag of that, and every time I mix it in. And then I'm not really, this is blood meal. This is organic blood meal. I'm not really measuring this out. I'm just kind of sprinkling some of this on top. This just is a good nitrogen fixer type deal, or nitrogen. And we've just got 1 bag of this, and I've just been kind of sprinkling in whatever looks good, and then we mix it up. So that's what I've been using for my seed starting mix. You know, and that's one of those things too that you're just going to have to figure out what works for you. One thing that we have been doing is you do not want to put your seed starting mix just directly into your pots. I've got a big tub over there, and I might show you in a little bit how I mix it up. You will want to make sure it's wet before you just put it in your little pots or your trays or whatever you're doing. I have found that because of how that is done and everything, it kind of repels water a little bit. So if you put your seeds in that and it's dry, your seed, when you put the water in there, it can kind of float up and get displaced. Where if you wet it, and I let it set, I spray water on it, let it set, let it really absorb that water, and then I can put it in there. It doesn't seem to do that as much. It makes it more denser, so it's able to keep the water, and my seeds don't get displaced. Because there's nothing more frustrating than having your seeds all in one area and not where they're supposed to be. So, that is what we're doing this year. It may change next year. We may try something different. I don't know. So far, this little setup, what we're doing right now, seems to be working really well. So we'll see. We may do some more research over the winter, and who knows, maybe we'll find a good deal on dirt or something when it's end of season too. So, but anyway, that's what we're doing. I hope that kind of clears up, potting mix. Like I said, the potting mix is the one that's going to have more of the chunks in it. It's not going to be as composted. You can use it for starting your seeds in it. It's doing just fine for us. And like I said, the seed starting mix, that is the more finer, more fluffier stuff. It's more expensive, but you can use it and it works just fine. So definitely, maybe do your research on it, figure out what's going to work for you and what you're comfortable with. And just, have fun with it and trial and error and, find out what works for you. That's all that there is to it. Whatever works for me may not work for you. And that's fine. That's completely, totally fine. But that's what we're doing this year, and it seems to be working just great. So I got to get started because I really, really need to get these seeds done. I'm slowly filling up this greenhouse, but I need to have a lot more work to do. So, alright, so I've been working really hard out here today. I have got all of my seeds started for and the ones that I'm going to be selling, and I started working on, let me back up. I've got all the brassicas and the greens all planted now for what I need to sell. I still have a whole bunch of different things, squashes and melons and tomatoes and and things like that that I still have to start, but I was able to get all of the greens and stuff started. And I am working on getting the greens right now ready for my garden and get them planted as well. And that's been a little bit longer. I have more that I wanted to grow than what I wanted to sow. So that's taking a little bit longer, and I'm doing it in a different method, so it is taking a little bit longer. But I have a package. I knew this was coming. I have been waiting for this package for, I ordered these February 23rd, I do believe. I don't know, I was checking it so many times. I'm pretty sure it was the 23rd of February. And today's the 22nd of March. So it took almost a month. I was starting to get worried that these weren't going to be coming on time for me to start. Let's see. And yeah, I think my face is red. It is very hot in here. I keep trying to open the doors, but the wind keeps, it's pretty windy today, so the wind keeps pushing my doors shut. And last I checked the thermometer I have in here, it was like 80 degrees, and I'm sure it's gone up since then. So, oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I've never bought from this company before. This is from Seeds and Such. And there was a particular seed that I wanted. And Baker Creek didn't have it, and my gardener didn't have it. And let's see, I got one from, who else did I get it from? True Leaf Market. They didn't have this particular variety of seeds. So I was looking online to find some, and this company, Seeds and Such, had the cheapest package of these particular seeds that I wanted. And it sounds like there's something really big in there. They did send, let's see, they did send 2 free seed packs. And I have no clue what those are going to be, so let's take a look and see what's in here. I have not opened this yet. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's start here. Okay, I got some sugar peas. That's what I was hearing. Those are the big ones. I forgot I had these in here. I wanted some sugar peas, and on top of my regular peas that I wanted to grow. There's no pictures. It just says Seeds and Such on there. There's not much of anything on it. But I got some Echinacea green twisted coneflowers. Those were really, really pretty. So I can't wait to grow those. Then I got some carrots. These are Nutri-Reds. Since I had to get the other pack of seeds, I went ahead and got my carrots. I somehow managed to only get 1 package of carrots, and that's just not going to be enough for my family for this year. So I wanted to get more. So here's another one. I got Cosmic Purple. And then Little Finger Babies. Those were a little bit smaller one. They're like more of like a eating carrot, like a little tiny, like snacking carrot, I guess. Then I got some rutabagas. I wanted to get some of these so I can I want to see if I can can these. I'm not entirely sure. And then I can add these to like my mashed potatoes. My husband is diabetic, and so, you know, potatoes have a lot of carbs. So I'm hoping that when I make my potatoes, I can add like a jar of these to my mashed potatoes and cut down on those carbs. And these are really, really nutritious and really good for you. And we have tried them, and we really liked it. I think I rushed it when I did do it, so I had some chunks to it. So there was some flavor in there. But rutabagas are like a radish. They're in the radish family. So they kind of had that radishy taste. But other than that, when they was mixed in and they were cooked really good, the cooked parts, they were really good. So I'm excited about trying that. And like I said, I'm not sure if I can can that or not. I'll have to do some reading and research on that. And I got some Sugar Baby watermelon. Somehow I didn't manage to get very many watermelons this year. And this is the one that I really, really, really wanted. And this is the reason why I bought from them. And these are the Alma Paprika peppers. I grew these last year, and I'm starting to panic because I have a few seeds left over from last year. but there wasn't that many, and I wanted to grow, and I want to grow enough paprika peppers to have enough paprika powder for the year. So I was really kind of concerned. So when I found these guys had these paprika pepper seeds, and they had them for a reasonable price. I mean, some of these packages I saw for like $5 for 15 seeds, and I wasn't paying $5 for 15 seeds. That just wasn't worth it. And I think this one was like $2 or $3 for 25 to 30, and usually there's a little bit more than what they say is in there. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to start these. I was afraid they weren't going to get here in time, and I wouldn't be able to get them started on time, because these do take a long time to mature and turn red before you can dry them. So I'm really excited about having those. Okay, here's the free ones. And I have never heard of this first one or the second one. It'll be interesting. The first one that's on here is Tomato Unicorn. It's a hybrid. I have no clue. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, there's not much of anything on the back for like instructions, or well, there's not for information, I guess you could say. There's not much. And then the other one is Cucumber Bait Alpha. I don't know if that's like a regular cucumber or if that's a special kind. I have no idea, so I guess we'll find out. But see, this one's got 5 seeds and that one has 10. So I won't have a lot, but I've never heard of a tomato unicorn. My daughter is going to be super excited about that. Her birthday was yesterday. My youngest daughter, Catherine, she turned 5 yesterday. And we kind of had a unicorn themed party for her. I made her a unicorn cheesecake dessert that she absolutely loved. I decorated our dining room, and we had like a banner with unicorns on it, and I had a unicorn head and a unicorn tablecloth, and I think that was everything unicorn. Her toys, I don't think she got any toys really that were unicorn. Her grandparents gave her a dog that had like a unicorn headband, but other than that, I don't think she got really anything unicorny for her birthday. But she's gonna be excited when I tell her we're gonna be growing unicorn tomatoes. I've got to try that. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of a unicorn tomato. That's going to be interesting. Because I don't know if this is going to be a red tomato, a yellow tomato, one of those variegated tomatoes. I don't have any idea. I guess I'll find out. So you guys will have to stay tuned and find out what kind of a tomato a unicorn tomato is. Wow. And then the other one is the cucumber. It's a bait alpha. I don't know what that is either. I have no clue. So we'll grow these and see what happens. I gotta get back to work. Sean's not home. He's been cutting wood this morning. So when he gets back, we're planning on doing our field trip, and I will take you guys along and show you a little bit about that field trip. So I gotta get back to work. No, that's a muskrat.
Muskrat. Timothy, seashells over here. You want to get the seashell? Or no? Seashell? Where is over there? And there's a little one. There's one. And there's one. Where? There's one. Oh, these are actually snails. These aren't. Over there, you can actually get some pretty big fish. Sorry. Oh man.
Try this. Let me see. Look at that.
Can I use his fishing rod too? I got a little.
We got a little fishy. Go ahead and reel him in.
The baby got another baby one.
Good job. That was from Autumn. Got there, Isaac. Hang on. Oh. right, Isaac, go ahead and let that guy go, all right? Let me see it. Tilt your hand a little bit more. So far, we're going to starve to death because these guys are just catching these little guys. But it's been fun for them, I think, to catch something. All right, so we're back from our fishing field trip day. The kids didn't catch any keepers, but they had fun just catching the little ones that they ended up catching. I'm not sure. Here we go. So we came back so we could get some work done too. I have this area, and I'll see, maybe I'll move up here. Okay, there we go. Turn around, there we go. Now you can see me, I'm not be blinded. If you can see behind me right in this area here, we need to get this cleaned up so that Sean can bring the playhouse out here. There's a lot of briars that I need to take out of here. There's branches. I want to be able to rake up the ground out here and get all that stuff cleaned up. That way if the kids want to come out here barefoot, they can, and I don't have to worry about them getting stickers in their feet. So that's one thing that I'm going to be working on. I'm hoping the kids will come out here in a little bit and help me. I think they're tired from all of their excitement. After we went fishing, the fish just stopped biting and they were just not having much fun. So we ended up taking them to a park. I would have shot some of that, but there was a lot of kids there and I want to respect their privacy and stuff. So I didn't take any videos of that, but they played hard and they had fun. So I don't know if they're going to come out here or not. But they're going to do that. Sean's going to come out in a little bit, and he's been cleaning up the bedding, and there's some hay in the boys' pen, but they kind of wasted. So we've been gathering that up, and we've been spreading it on the garden. And the chickens have been going through and doing a marvelous job of getting that all spread out, and they're going through it and finding all their goodies that they want. So they're happy. But so we're getting the garden covered with fresh fertilizer. That's kind of a nice thing to get done. It's kind of nice to have that extra fertilizer to be able to do. So he'll be coming out in a little bit and doing that. So in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting this cleared and get it cleaned back up. I got to burn some stuff, but we got to get it ready because the next thing that we're going to be doing is putting up raised beds so that I can plant here in a little bit. So that'll be another thing that needs to be happening here rather soon. So it feels like everything's going super fast this year. And I just, every time I think about what needs to be done, I get a little overwhelmed, but I figure one project at a time, we'll take it one project at a time. That's all, anybody can ask of us. So anyway, I got to get started on this, getting this cleared up, so that when he's ready to move that playhouse, I'm done with what I need to do, and he can do what he needs to do. All right, I got to get to work. He's helping ya. So Autumn's been cleaning up this brambles. There's more. They're wild raspberry bushes, and yeah, I know I probably should not take them out, but they're in the wrong spot, and I'm hoping to put in some actual like the domestic ones. So it'll be okay to take these out. They're in a really bad spot. So here we are. We still have some cleaning to do in here, but we got all of this. There was a whole pile of wild rose bushes, brambles, sticks, and we got it all cleared up. Man, it really opened this up. Got some of this cleared up, and then we have this to clean up too. And what are they? Don't pull anything on my herb basket, okay? Some of those will come back. Anyway, so this in here is wild grapevine. That's going to be a fun chore to take that out of there. We've got this pile of dirt that needs to be smoothed out, and there's a hole here. There's a hole over here that looks like it's kind of closed in, and there's a couple of other areas in here we need to fill in and smooth out. But I can't wait to finish this project. It is going to look way different. It's going to look, I hope, beautiful when we're done. But we still have quite a bit of work left to do. We just keep whittling away at it. I think it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days, so we may not get much done, but we got it at least to the point where Sean can bring in the playhouse at least, and then we can finish up what we need to do and build our raised beds in here, and we'll have that ready for growing season, which is right around the corner. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm going to go in the house and work on supper and work on editing this video so you can watch it. It'll be tomorrow for me and today for you, I guess. I don't know how you say that. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope you have a good evening.